What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Sunday night. We are 1 week away from the Super Bowl, so we're here tonight to talk a little bit about them birds, baby. So how about them birds? We are so close, I can taste it, getting that trophy for a second time in 5 years, and this is something we talked about, Howie, being able to go out, build something special this year. And, last year, it really was shown that this team was something special was there. We talked about that. This team has a lot of pieces. If you guys saw that video the other day, dynasty season, we are building something special here that we talked about before this season started, and just wanted to reiterate my thoughts on that. So go check that one out. But really excited about the future of this team. So not only next Sunday, but for the future. So this all season is going to be a lot of content, just like this past one. We're going to talk about all the free agents, the draft, everything. But man, let's go get that effing trophy first. So I'm here, baby, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Whether you are watching live or watching this later, feel free to throw in your comments. This is all about you tonight. I told you I would stop in tonight. It was quite the busy day. I didn't get to see any of that Pro Bowl stuff. Not sure if you guys watch that, but let me know how you felt about it if you did watch it. Let me know how you're feeling about this game, whatever's on your mind. I'm ready to go through effing walls waiting for this damn game to get here. So we're 1 week away, and starting tomorrow, going to have a bunch of content. And look, I've already had content. Go check it out throughout the week. Appreciate all of the views, you guys tuning in, but I'll have some even more content for you. We'll have the top matchups, all of that stuff going on throughout this week, keeping you up to date with all of the injuries, everything you need to know. The Chiefs obviously have a bunch of injuries we need to keep our eyes on. And then Avonte Maddox was in a walking boot, so we're going to keep our eyes on that. But they didn't really say much about it, so hopefully precautionary, and he'll be good to go for the Super Bowl. So looks like everybody on the active roster will be healthy and good to go. Aaron Sipos, if you guys saw that the other day, there are a bunch of videos you guys can go check out already if you're craving some Eagles. So that Aaron Sipos video, just talking about he can be he's designated right now. He can be activated off of IR now. So he's got, a week now. So let's hope that he's at practice already. Let's hope that he gets, healthy enough, and he says he is. So Brett Kern has been atrocious. It would be great to have him back. And then dynasty season, man. We talk about this entire roster. You get to see the practice squad. You get to see the future picks, the cap space, all of it. See why I'm so damn excited about this team. And, well, I've been damn excited about it all year. So not just the excitement from the players, but we talk about what he's been able to do. And then the coaches. Now, had some news there. There was an extension for Jeff Stoutland agreed upon. Now, we don't have the details on how long it is, but let's go. Want to keep him around forever. And then the negative news, we might lose Shane Steichen there, who was interviewing with the Colts yesterday. So go check out all of that content, trying to get you by to the best of my ability, because I'm going effing insane waiting for this game. But I hope you had a great weekend. Appreciate you all tuning in here tonight. See a couple comments. Let me tune over here. Yo, my man Tyree in here. Let's go. You know it, dude. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Super Bowl. Ready to rock and roll. Hope you are feeling the same. Feeling way more confident about this game. Yo, and I feel way more confident. I'm very confident in this team. Stuck my neck out, my chest out all damn year for this team. And I think that, this team has proven they've got one of the best offenses, best defense. And, together they are the best team in the NFL, and they get to go prove that next Sunday. And look, the Chiefs are a very damn good team, a very well-coached team, but I don't care. The Eagles are a better coach team, maybe not a better coach. Sirianni not there yet, but when it comes to, these young coaches as a unit, they've been awesome this year. And with the players they have, it's just as a cohesive unit, I feel the players and coaches are they're better. And look, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, that's quite an effing duo there. I'm not saying that, we have Sirianni Hurts at that level yet, but I think this is your first step into getting into that conversation. And I do believe they do make it into that conversation, as, all the slander we've heard the last couple of years, it's being put to rest. And it's pretty funny to watch all the narratives being spun. You see Brandon Ayuk, every Giants player, every Cowboy. I mean, it's embarrassing at this point how much they have to go out of their way to talk trash on this Eagles team. Oh, they shouldn't be there. Jahan Dotson, he made a posts laughing about Jalen Hurts. So I made a post and I laughed at him, and it was his stats against the Eagles, which is 3 catches for 24 yards in 2 games. So while you're on your couch, I hope you can laugh at the fact that, well, you suck, especially against the Eagles. So look, man, let them hate, man. I love every second of it. How's Patrick's ankle? Hopefully, he's healthy, good to go. I want to see each team at full strength, but he's been a full participant, so he looks perfectly fine there. But that will be the excuse when they lose, that, well, his ankle was messed up. It's like, well, Jalen Hurts' shoulder is messed up, but we're not going to use any excuses. We're going to go out here and beat your ass. And look, I got my money down. I put my money where my mouth is. Look, I had the 20-point win last week. I've got us right now at 14. And I said it. Look, I feel confident we could win this game by 20. I know that sounds insane. I know. But it also sounded insane when I said this team could make it to the Super Bowl before the season started, right? So have faith. I think that this team, what they are building here, and this is not just for this year right now. I know there are a lot of free agents, and the media wants to already try to spin those narratives to, take away from what the Eagles are doing right here. So, look, I'm going to talk about all that during the offseason. The Eagles will be just fine. They have Howie Roseman. The cap is going up by $60 million. We're rolling over $5 million. So, trust me, we'll be just fine. And we're building this thing for the future. So, there's a lot of excitement to be had about this team, man. And holy hell, look at what they're doing here. Like, bro, AJ and Devontae together with Dallas there. That's Jalen's weapons. And then, running back, that's interesting. We talked about that during the Dynasty season video where, hey, you got Kenny Gainwell. Love him. I love Miles, but maybe let him walk. You draft a running back. And we talked about some interesting names there. And talk about this defense. Bring back CJ Gardner-Johnson, James Bradbury. You've got Kaiser White, who has Nakobe Dean waiting in the wings. Not sure you bring him back. You got Sue and Joseph, but you've got Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, Marlon Tuipulotu coming back. So a lot of young guys, but that's why there's so much hope for this team, because it's not just like, oh, these guys are going to be gone. The guys that will be gone, there's a reason they will be gone. And we'll discuss all that. And I tried to talk about it a little bit in that Dynasty season video, where I just want people to understand my optimism for this team. And it gives you a look at the entire roster, everything you would need to know about this team, and understand where I'm coming from when I talk about this team being a dynasty. And, I know people just always freaking out. And it's like, bro, just listen to what I'm saying and maybe you'll understand. And just like before the season started, when I said we'd be in the Super Bowl, you got to understand how this team works, how a multiple scheme defense works, to understand why this team would be dominant on both sides of the ball. And a lot of people thought we were switching to a defense we already ran. So it showed me, good. I'm glad that they, are pessimistic about the team, because they don't even know what's going on. So the people that did know what's going on felt very confident in this team. And, well, look at us now, baby. Let's go. If we lose our O coordinator, will decrease Jalen's production? No. Who will you hire? New young guy from college, someone. And we talked about that, yesterday during that video. I would probably just have Brian Johnson, the quarterback's coach, or, maybe Marcus Brady if Brian Johnson goes somewhere else or whatever happens. But you have in-house answers there. So Jalen Hurts' success is due to Jalen Hurts. Now, Steichen and Sirianni have found ways to make this offense rock and roll with him. And that's what we talked about. Well, I thought it was a perfect combination, yin and yang, right? And they are awesome. And 2 different personalities, but they're both leaders. And look, their play styles, that's what fits so well. And I think Sirianni knows what he's doing. So he'd bring in someone that's going to do essentially the same thing. So I love Steichen, and I would be sad to see him go, but it'd be a great fit for the Colts. And, hey, best of luck. I always want to see these people succeed. So, hey, I think, Brian Johnson deserves a chance. So as I talked about yesterday, I'd be fine with that if he does leave. But I also talked about, Marcus Brady having experience. So maybe you bring in a veteran, but I think you're doing just fine. Sirianni doesn't really need veteran experience. Start Gainwell and draft. Yeah, that's also what we talked about the other day as well. So go check out that video, guys. Dynasty season, where I know I sounded insane. I know before the season started, but I promise you, it's just a lot of hard work and understanding how Howie and this team works. So you have to break it all down, and I did that for you. And I would love to hear your thoughts if you watch that video, but, continue asking your questions, whatever it may be about this team, because my outlook on this future, and I've already got some of these things set up. We've talked about a lot of these things. I showed you the list, and I still think I have it here in my graphic somewhere, but, the list of free agents we have next year, the things that people are already trying to get people riled up about. And it's like, dude, we'll be just fine. And we talk about those 2 first-round picks next year. I think Howie could trade one of those and, acquire more picks just because of not having a few. So, dude, that video was slammed with information. Let me show you what I'm talking about instead of just talking about it. So here's your future picks. You talk about Howie and how much he's able to do things. You talk about those 2 first-round picks, but you don't have a 4th, 5th, or 6th. So you really have to think that Howie would make a move. Maybe he trades a 2nd and acquires a 4th and a 5th and whatever he wants to do. You don't have to have one in each round. I'm just saying, in those mid rounds, you can find some real good picks. So we'll see what he decides to do. Maybe you trade a player. And again, I will break all that stuff down because a lot of times you just hear media members making stuff up because they don't know what's going on with the cap and everything. And it's, get rid of this guy, trade this guy. What they need to understand is when you do those certain things like cutting someone, trading someone, what does that do to the cap? Would it be stupid for a team to just cut a guy or trade a guy? Would there be too much dead money? Are you actually saving money? So we did that last year. We talked about Cox, Slay, all those people, Elliott, Johnson, that would restructure. And, all those things happen. And it's the media trying to get everyone riled up this offseason. It was hilarious, seeing all the stuff they said. And it's like, look, man, you guys can hate all you want. And now look at them. Riding to the core, man. And it's like, all right, bro, we told you. We tried to tell you. And look at us. 1 week from now, we will literally be talking about it'll be almost the end of the game right now, next Sunday. So, oh my God. So we're going to be talking about it throughout the week. I'm going to have, look, the behind enemy lines already happened. So if you're looking for all the information on the Chiefs, you want to get to know the opponent, go check that one out. That's back there somewhere. But you guys just, a lot of questions have been asked. And I tell you, look on the YouTube page, you see, I'll show you the cover photos, what they look like. But that's getting to know every single thing about the Chiefs, their coaching staff, how they did the regular season, how they did in the postseason, their injuries, all of it. Whatever you need to know about them, there's that video. So trying to get you by, but there will be no behind enemy lines Tuesday. Victory Monday, obviously, is not tomorrow. So I've got different shows set up for you. We've got positional advantages, all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to be breaking this game down to the best of my abilities, but you have any questions or any thoughts on this game and you want to, lay them out, you have any score predictions, whatever it is, man, let me know. Because if you're like me, you could be watching this at a later time. You don't have time to watch something until late night. Let me know your score prediction. Let me know how you're feeling. I will always get back to you. I'm always down to talk some birds. And look, it's time to get rowdy. And I see some, there's been a couple of Chiefs fans in the comments. They're not as annoying as the 49ers fans were. They were brutal, and they still are. The excuses and their players even. But I had one trying to talk trash the other day, and it was just, you got to try harder than that, man. But it's nice to see, it's just going to be a nice game. Of course, every fan base has trolls. We're going to have that. But I'm excited about this matchup. I think it's going to be a great Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And we're going to go out here and win the Super Bowl against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. And the first one we won was against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. So, I mean, that's a pretty great company, right? So I think for me, we're going to go out here and we're going to do what we know how to do, and that's whoop some ass. And they can use whatever excuse, the ankle or the receivers are hurt or this, that, the other thing. Dude, I don't care. At the end of the day, we're going to be hoisting that trophy, and we will be at the parade celebrating. So I hope to meet a lot of you. Hope to see some of you at this one. I know some of you guys weren't able to make that first one, or we weren't able to meet up because that was pure effing chaos. Beautiful chaos. I'm looking forward to that again. And the Eagles just have to go out and play their game, man. They can't shoot themselves in the foot, turn the ball over. They know that. They've worked on all these things, and we talked about throughout the week. I'd rather learn these things throughout week in and week out throughout the regular season, and still be on top of the NFL. Then we lost Hurts for a couple games, and, some teams caught up, and, oh, yeah, the Eagles sucked. And it's like, you forget how dominant this team is. But they'll remember, easy schedule, this, that. I've already destroyed that narrative. So let them say what they need. Let them. Heard running backs deep in the draft, edge and corner. Oh, yeah. We've got loads of talent, and talked about each of those positions are ones that the Eagles will be looking at, tackles, all kinds of stuff. And I'll break it down each position. And I do all kinds of different shows. So you can have a show all about quarterbacks, and then it'll be my opinion on who I think in the draft are first round guys, who are, second round, who are the midday, who are the late round guys. And then I have where the Eagles should be looking the quarterback. Okay, late rounds or maybe just bringing a veteran. Talk about running back. Okay, maybe we're talking higher rounds, so that's how I try to break it down. Last year was really fun. We talked about Jordan Davis being the essential piece to add to this defense, and we did that. And I think the kid did real great this year. And you talk about slowly developing him. And I know people were upset he wasn't out on every play, but that's just how it's going to go with him. And I think people need to understand how this defense works before they get so worked up about it. But, dude, there's so much talent in this draft. And Howie has learned, to listen to his scouts and, enough with and you can add analytics and all that stuff. And it's great. But he knows, man. And he said it 2 years ago. I've learned. I'm going to, learn from my mistakes. And he did. He's had 2 great drafts. And he's had some pretty damn good drafts throughout the years. And he won a Super Bowl for us. So he has done a great job. We all know. We all know about DK Metcalf. We know about Justin Jefferson. I can't believe people still bring it up. It's like, look, so many other teams passed on them too. Okay. But it is what it is. Look at who we are now. That was what has me excited. And you're right. This draft is loaded. We'll be just fine. And I can't wait to talk all about that, man. And let the media get people excited about nothing, Yeah, the Eagles aren't going to have. It's like, okay, yeah, Howie's just going to retire all of a sudden. Sure. How can we stop Travis Kelce? We're going to double him. Well, exactly. That's what we talked about. And that will be part of the top matchups. And that's exactly what I said during that show the other day. Voice is still not working with me completely. Sorry, John. But that's a beautiful question. And that's exactly what we talked about, right? We know that he is their number one weapon. And Mecole Hardman is doubtful for this game. Juju Smith-Schuster dealing with an injury. Kadarius Toney dealing with an injury. So you're going to have guys like Justin Watson as their top receiver. So they're going to do what they can. But we all know the number one weapon. And sure, Jerick McKinnon out of the backfield, all those things. Travis Kelce. So one of the things we talked about was the fact that you have to have, and TJ Edwards and Kaiser White really is going to need to step it up here. They've done pretty damn good this year. They've had a couple weeks where it was a little iffy, but they've done great against tight ends too. And we know what they're doing. But the thing people forget is this multiple scheme defense. It's not like, you have to have one single guy going on. So everybody is going to know when he is in their zone. And that's the beauty of being able to rush the 5 guys we have. And that's what I try to stress this all season when everybody, you got to blitz every play. You don't want anyone covering. And it's like, yeah, that's not what you want to do. But you're going to have CJ Gardner-Johnson and Marcus Epps back there. And you're going to have Avonte Maddox in the middle. You're going to have Bradbury and Slay on the outside. They like to use Kelce all over the place. So they're all going to be very aware of him. But most importantly, in the middle there, John. So great question where it's going to be White and it's going to be CJ stepping it up. So that's one of the top matchups we already have down. And we all know that. CJ Gardner-Johnson, dude, how phenomenal was he this season? And if he doesn't get hurt, the dude was still tied for the league lead in interceptions with 6. And he was out for 5 games. So we know the dude's awesome. So I am looking forward to that matchup, man. And it's a great question there. And I think that's exactly what you do to stop him. We know that is their offense. And we obviously get a pass rush going. You make them one-dimensional, get after Patrick Mahomes, and it's going to be a tough day for him, man. And these corners and the linebackers, the safeties, all of them, man, they know how to drive on the ball, man. And they're going to try their quick throws. They're going to try all that stuff. But if we can get pressure, they have a good offensive line. But we got a damn great defensive pass rush. So, dude, I think this is going to be a very fun matchup, but we can shut him down. Seeing as Julian Love and I both have become crybabies, yeah, they're hilarious. Who from the Chiefs, you call them lucky? Well, that's what I was just saying. I don't really think they're a team like that. These teams are just whiny chodes, so it's pretty sad. And he's going to run a lot of screen. Oh, yeah. Pacheco to neutralize our pressure. Oh, yeah, man. They will always use those running backs. That's what we talk about. They're going to be one-dimensional anyway. That's what they do. And anybody who, I know a lot of people are new Eagles fans, but if you grew up watching the Eagles or you're younger, you didn't get to see them. We always made the joke, it'd be 4th and inches. And well, here comes a Hail Mary from Andy Reid. Like, drive you nuts. But it's the way the man plays. And he is an air raid attack. My man, Drew, let's go. Missed you on Fan Friday. Obviously, some technical difficulties there, but glad to see you in here tonight. Just thought I'd make a quick video here. Wanted to join you guys on this last Sunday before Super Bowl Sunday. Cannot wait. It's going to be sad, though, because then football is over. But it's never a sad day in these parts because, honestly, we're going to be celebrating that Super Bowl. And not only do we get to celebrate this year, but I'm going to be right back with all of that offseason information. It's not like we got to go through the grim shit like we did last year, one and done in the playoffs. And then you're going to watch everybody for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then you're like, oh, yeah, now it's the off season. It's going to be like, oh, celebrate. Yeah. And then boom, off season's here. Let's go. Hope you're having a great weekend, my man, Drew. Appreciate you taking the time, dude. But just shooting the shit here, talking about the Birds getting this victory, hoping for a 20-point win, thinking about putting some moolah down. I already got it down on the 14-point win. But look, man, I'm confident in this team. My confidence is very high. And I think that we know everything that they do. They know, how we are. But the difference is it's harder to stop what we do with their defense because we have the number one passing attack. And I have a positional advantage thing that I think it's going to make people lose their effing minds when I talk about who has the advantage. And that's fine. But I talk about, the matchup in itself, like the fact that Patrick Mahomes is going against the number one passing defense. And then you talk about the number one pass rush. It's going to be much different than, Jalen Hurts going against this. And it's a good defense, man. They're second in sacks. They're behind us. So it's not that they're a bad defense. They've got some playmakers there. And I like their defense. But my point is, Jalen Hurts and I like Willie Gay and Nick Bolton. I think if you're going to have linebackers, that need to be on their toes with Jalen Hurts, those are the guys. But look what happened to Fred Warner. Look what happened to Dre Greenlaw. I don't care. We ran offense conservatively against the Niners. They can say whatever they want. Oh, Brock Purdy was there. Bro, you would have got your ass kicked by 35, 40 points if Brock Purdy stayed in the game because you couldn't even protect him for a couple plays. So just imagine if he somehow stayed healthy. Your other quarterback couldn't stay healthy because you couldn't block anyone. So this fantasy world they're living in, it's funny, but we didn't even have to play to our best of our abilities. We just conservatively kicked their ass, slow roast them, as I like to say. So, bro, let them sleep. But this Eagles team, bro, I told you this is not the team to sleep on. And man, they've been asleep all season, and it's going to be a beaut. Thinking we can pressure up the middle with Hargrave with them. Oh, yeah, man. And look, we're going to talk about that. Trey Smith was a little banged up, and I think he's a full participant now at practice. And that was all walkthroughs last week. But that's a good sign for them. So he's healthy, but they've got a great offensive line. We talked about that the other day, and I think, they're obviously not just some kind of pushover. This is the Super Bowl. But when I talk about being able to get pressure, being able to dominate this team, it's because I think the Eagles are just that good. It's not that I think the Chiefs are bad because, I know somebody's going to be watching this like, oh, but let me tell you, the Eagles are really good. Do not listen to what the media tells you because if you haven't been watching them, boy, they've been smoking every hater all damn season. But I think we can definitely get some pressure up the middle. Good question, my man. But I appreciate you, dude. And look, that off season, I feel like a kid being in art class, with the thousands of graphics I create because, every school is like a different color. I create a different graphic for each one. I give you the stats from every college player. The only people that don't, get in depth too crazy. Well, I do. Everyone. I don't know what I'm talking about. I get as much stats as I possibly can. And we talk about, taking that with a grain of salt. I try to break down everything I can. Okay, this kid missed this year because of this. We had the COVID stuff going on there. So we try to break everything down. And, bro, that all-season stuff was pretty fun. We talked about Reddick, Kaiser White, Bradbury. We talked about drafting Jordan Davis. And then all those things came to fruition. And it's like, oh, my God, because that's exactly what we needed. So that tells me that Howie is listening to experts. He does know, okay, this is the guy that's right for my team. So you guys heard it from here first. I said, if he follows this blueprint, we will win the Super Bowl and we will be a dynasty. And that he did. And he will be on this show, bro, because I already told you when I got to meet him again for the second time, dude, I told him once we win it, you're coming on the show. It's going down. I'm not even going to talk about it. I just want to make it happen. But I appreciate you, Drew. Hope that you will enjoy. I know you'll be here this offseason. We're going to be throwing it down, bro. I'm going to make it even more insane. I literally have found ways to make it even more insane for you. So we're going to talk about all the free agency stuff, all the numbers you could ever want. So when the media tells you we don't have money, you can be like, actually, here's a video. Jimmy Smith tried to tell you last year too. Watch it. Why don't you learn how the cap works? And then maybe you can form your own opinion about it instead of just following this stupid ass narratives they make up about us. I don't know. Just an idea. If you're going to get paid lots of money. But look, at some point, I will be taking their jobs because it's unreal that I haven't yet. And I've applied to every effing one of them. But I know I'm different. I know I got a little bit of a different style. I don't follow the narratives, but that's all right. Someday the truth will prevail. And you guys, I love you and I appreciate you helping me get to that truth. We need to double Travis. Yeah, no doubt, man. We know that he is their number one. We were just talking about that, Judah, my man. And it was a great question there that was thrown in. I believe it was John that asked that, maybe. Sorry if it was somebody else, but great question. And I think, you're going to use your linebackers, your safeties, but you're going to use your corners too. It's a multi-scheme zone defense, whereas wherever this guy, you have to take that as your assignment. So there's going to be so many guys responsible, but Travis Kelce is going to be that number one guy you keep your eye on. So, yes, great points by all of you. What is going on with Quez Watkins? Seems like Pascal is getting a lot of reps. Well, Quez has just not lived up to the hype, and I liked Quez, and he's got that speed, but he drops the ball. There's just stupid little mistakes he makes, and Pascal is what he is, and I think we all knew that. Somebody who was expecting anything crazy from him, and he can, be consistent, and I think relied upon, son. So he's just seeing more reps because he's consistent and can be relied upon, son. Look, let's be real. Quez, I wish you could step it up, man. We could use the speedster, but in the draft, I love me some receivers. So we'll be talking about those. I would love to have a return, man. So, Quez, they gave you an opportunity there. Couldn't shine there. So I don't know, man. Not so sure Quez is on this roster next year, but that's something we'll definitely be talking about this offseason. But I think in this game, you're going to see a lot of, we talked about AJ and Devontae and Dallas, but I think you will see Quez and Zach get their reps. So let's go, baby. Let's go. They've got, Trent McDuffie there as their nickel back. They've got L'Jarius Sneed, and then another young guy out there as a rookie. Can't remember his name off the top of my head for some reason. But look, we can go after these guys, and I really think that you can get them in a plethora of ways. Running the ball, passing the ball, plethora of ways. Ready to see? Yo, I'm ready too, bro. I'm really ready, and I'm trying my best to get through these effing days and doing my best to be here every day for you guys. And I tell you, if you're ever just like, son of a bitch, I wish I could talk some birds, you can always comment, man, because I'm always thinking that too. And I love when you guys do, whether it's on any of the social media accounts or on here. I'm always down to talk about some birds. And I'm literally like every day I wake up, I just scream, we're going to the Super Bowl. And I'm pacing every morning. I'm just, oh my God, in the shower, I'm losing my mind here, man. And, it's crazy to put in that much work and to actually see it actually happening. It's like, it's still so surreal, but it's so amazing. And we're going to go win it, dude. So we're going to have a fun week, Drew. And I'm going to hope to put this stuff in right so the notifications. And I know you use Facebook. I try to post that stuff in there too. So make sure you have the notifications on there in case YouTube is giving you the shaft. But I posted on Twitter. I try to keep you guys up to date so when I'm going live and we can talk some birds. Somebody commented the other day, like, man, what's with this guy using all those voices? It's why you change your voice. It's like, bro, you just haven't met insanity yet, and you don't know what passion is for your team. I've always been crazy like this. I'm sorry if it upsets anyone, but I'm a different breed. I get it. That's why they don't like Jalen Hurts. Do you think Jaquan Hurts is 100%? Jalen, I assume. I know that keyboard will get you. He had a lot of No, I think he'll be all right. 2 weeks rest. Love to see that. So, yeah, he's definitely going to have issues, but I think he'll be just fine. Mahomes has a high ankle sprain, healing time. Yeah, exactly. So they talk about his shoulder. These guys are going to have, issues with that right after. But I think with those 2 weeks rest, no excuses for either of them. They'll be good to go as best they can. And may the best team win, man. And I think that is the Philadelphia Eagles. So don't want to hear anything about those damn injuries from them. I don't, or from anyone. I just, nope. Yeah, and I don't think he's coming back. Are we currently sitting at 52 people on the roster? Yes, that's what I just talked about in that video as well. So Sua Opeta is who I mentioned the other day. And then if Sipos comes back, you just cut Kern. So, yeah, I think it would be Sua, but we shall see. Quez lasted longer than Hightower. Yeah, Hightower just, yeah, he was not good. Think we should blitz Mahomes a lot due to his scare? No, I think we should play the same defense that, has us as the number one passing defense in the league. Keep doing what you do. Do not listen to Seth Joyner. That was the dumbest shit I had to hear every week in and week out. Blitz every play. And I'm not saying, John, that's what you're saying. I agree with you that, blitzing will help at times, but not really against Patrick Mahomes. You want to disguise things, and at times you'll throw a blitzer here, there, but no. This is why we built this team the way we did. And everybody told me how this was going to be a bottom tier defense. Jonathan Gannon had to be fired. And I told them, I wish you would learn defense first. So now that we're the best defense in the NFL, we should fire those people, that said that, because obviously they don't know anything about football. And Jonathan Gannon with the number one, and that's pass yards allowed per game, pass yards allowed per completion, pass yards allowed per attempt, number one in sacks. That's because the coverage is so well. They're getting, it's just whatever narrative they need to spin. They don't know what they're talking about, dude. And I think, the 5-man rush that we have, it's dominant, man. And you have, 4-man rush that we throw in there too, but we talk about the versatility of these guys. That was the essence of getting Hassan Reddick, a Sam linebacker that puts his hand in the dirt, drops into coverage, disguises this defense so well. And you're going to keep doing exactly what you've done to be the number one team in the NFL. So I don't think you need to change anything. And Seth Joyner, if he's still talking about, blitzing and firing Gannon, I can't help him at this point. I can't. I did my best. But let's go, Scoob-Doo. Let's effing go. We're going out here and we're going to beat their ass, bro. Let them roll on them. But no, man, it's all good. We were just, as I was saying, go check out all those videos, man. All the information you guys need to know. You have questions on the future. That thing was effing loaded in. I always give you the sidebar, not when there's a show like this where we're just shooting the shit, but go to that show and you can see on the sidebar all the things you want to know about, whether it's our depth chart right now, our roster by position right now, the injuries, the coaching staff, the regular season stats, postseason stats, the future draft picks, the cap space, all of it is in that video. And I give you my thoughts on all of those things. Sills being out, Sippos, all that stuff. And that was actually the day before Sippos came back, but I did give you my thoughts that Sippos would be back. So it still hits. Let's go. But hopefully you'll check it out. My man would love to hear your thoughts on it. Just trying to get you guys to go check out my other videos. Wasn't trying to be a dick. But what I think about Valdes-Scantling, it's going to cover him. Well, I think that this defense will cover him the same way they are able to cover everyone. If you think we can't stop Valdes-Scantling, yeah, I will definitely, John, break that down all week, as I've said, the top matchups. But those receivers, yeah, Valdes-Scantling is no Justin Jefferson. And let me tell you, he got his ass spanked, and I was right there to watch it by his father, Darius Slay. It's truly beautiful. But Avonte Maddox is back. C.J. Gardner-Johnson is back. James Bradbury. You talk about this zone defense. I know people want to fire Gannon, and they hate having a number one defense, but I assure you after the Super Bowl victory and destroying them, it is going to be beautiful, truly beautiful. So tune in for those top matchups this week, man. It's going to be great. We'll definitely talk about that. I mean, it's literally all the matchups. I will break down every effing matchup of this Super Bowl. So let's go. I can't wait. I truly can't wait because, dude, this team is better. I've told you. I broke it down already. I did the positional advantage. I've got the top matchups. We've already talked about it. Go check out those videos. But, bro, I'm excited for a reason. I really am. So if any game day, oh, yeah. And I have a couple funny tweets I'm going to make here that I have saved in the chamber here on the drafts. But, dude, you can't have like the opposing team colors. You can't. I mean, I'm nuts with stuff. I used to be worse when I was younger, but no, nothing too wild. You can't be. I don't watch games anymore with people that are opposing fans. I don't do that. I don't listen to people talk shit. Not in the playoffs, not in the Super Bowl, not in the regular season, nothing anymore. So no different colors. If you're wearing red, get it out. You got a red drink, get it out of my house. I won't wear stuff like that. You know what I mean? So little things like that I still do just for fun. But I used to be real superstitious when I was younger, but nothing too crazy. But I love hearing that stuff. And I always ask you guys during this time to tell me. So what a great time to ask it. If you guys have any weird traditions out here, as Tyree is asking, let us know what you like to do. Some people, wearing the same jersey. I wore the same jersey to each game I went to. The NFC Championship, I had to wear the Devontae Smith. So, yeah, I've got some weird stuff like that, and I'm sure I could think of more if I just try to think. But I'm a High Plains drifter, so bear with me. But I would love to hear your guys' stuff and football and French fries. I love it. I usually have to make something if I'm going to be home. If I'm not at the game, it's got to be cheesesteaks or meatballs, and it's got to have the right rolls. It's got to have all that. So it's got to be like we're actually doing Philly stuff, not like where you go out to a restaurant. It's like, oh, this is a Philly cheesesteak. You're like, what is that, dude? So it's lucky. Growing up, my father taught me the right way. And, I try to do stuff like that where, get that vibe right, get the juju going. So stuff like that. But, man, great question. And bro, the tensions are, my girlfriend right now is actually, she's got that green stuff in her hair that we talked about last week. I told you guys my mistake, correction here. I said that she was going to order it. She had already ordered it, and the next day it was there. So she's been waiting to put it in tonight. We went to her shop, got some gloves. She's been getting some green streaks in her hair, dude. So dedication. So I'd love to hear what you guys like to do, what you like to wear. But my man, Philly Law, boom, case adjourned. It's about to be an Eagles victory. My man, hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning in, dude. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're trying to stay sane, dude, because I'm ready to go through some effing walls. I'm ready for that ring, my dude. And, dude, what? I know the emotions are going to be high because they're all ready. I wake up every day. I'm like, holy shit. Like, calling my brother, calling my pop, just trying to talk to the family, you know, missing the hell out of my dad, screaming at my girlfriend every morning, you know, like, oh, I did that, like, just all of it, man. I'm embracing it. And, you know, we talked about all year, like, and I love you guys, dude, for tuning in and riding with us. You know, this is a family here, and it's like, don't miss this ride, dude. This has been such a fun year of enjoyment, of just beating ass. And there's always a narrative, but guess what? We just continued beating ass. So this is the final step, baby. 1 week from now, we go beat one more ass. So appreciate you, dude. I'm with you, though. We're going to get that second ring. And not saying it just so my offseason prediction can be right. I truly feel that way. I do. Going to play man or zone, we'll play both. And we have a nice blend, but mostly zone. We'll continue to play our defense, man. We're not going to switch up for them. We are the number one defense for a reason. Yes, he is still on that injury report. He did not practice, but they were walkthroughs last week, and the same goes. It was Kadarius Toney, Juju Smith-Schuster, and then you had Mecole Hardman, who is doubtful to play with a hip or pelvis injury going on there. So unfortunate, but you got Valdez-Scantling there. You know Travis Kelce's there, so they've got weapons. You know McKinnon, Pacheco. You know, no excuses there. But Kadarius Toney, with those 2 weeks, I think will be all right. We'll just see if he can actually last that whole game. Not a knock on him, just saying. But my man Samuel, yo, hope you had a great weekend, dude. Appreciate you taking the time. We're here rocking and rolling, trying to end this weekend right. Sucks without the birds, but it's pretty great that we're kind of going to the effing Super Bowl. I can't believe it. 5 years later, and we're going to the Super Bowl. So love it. I love it. Game day tradition is Bible between Hurts and Smith jersey. We'll wear an Hurts season. Love it. I do love it. But let me, you guys maybe think of this. So now this is going to be my Super Bowl tradition. You like that? And that's right. Dynasty season. So I guess I'm going to have to make a Dynasty season video from my father's grave because 5 years ago, I went there early morning, about 6 a.m. And my father, my brother, and then my gram and my aunt are buried in the same location there. And dude, it's quite an emotional morning. And my cousin shows up. You know, his mom's grave is right next to my dad's. And dude, man, what an emotional time that was. So I'm going to make that a tradition to be there bright and effing early. So Tony, I hope to see you there. 6 a.m. It's going to be an emotional time, dude, but love to hear those traditions. I'm going to make that a point. And man, wow, what an emotional day that was. It's tough waiting all damn day. So we'll see. Gonna talk about special teams, who has the advantage. That will be part of the Advantage show as well. So definitely tune into that. But they've got some good pieces there that we talked about the other day. So definitely pumped up about that one. Lucky Kelly green hoodie I've worn while watching every game this season. So definitely wearing it Super Bowl. Let's go. And that's what I'm talking about, man. Whatever good juju you guys can bring to the table, let's go. Get it on. Whatever you got to wear, whatever you got to get rid of, whatever you got to do, whatever you got to not wash. I don't care what it is. Whatever you have to eat, do it. Let's go get it. But we all know, man, it's the team, but it's fun, man. And you always have people like, it doesn't matter. It's like, no, really. I really thought by me throwing away that red drink that the Eagles were going to now win the Super Bowl. You're fucking kidding me that didn't. I'm broken inside. Bro, let people have fun. Like, we get it. You didn't want the Eagles to win. You wanted them to trade for Russell Wilson. We get it at this point. Just jump on for the ride and enjoy, baby. Let's go. All about it. Love to see that, man. And I'd love to hear more of your stories, whatever you guys got, dude, because that's what it's all about. Missing the game is big. Yeah, man. Yeah, they've got nothing but speedsters on that team. So a lot of speedsters. Mecole Hardman, though, it would be a major loss for them, but not really, because of the fact that he's been left out of the rotation. Justin Watson's been playing more than him anyway. So, yeah, not a huge loss for them. Travis Kelce is going to want to watch, but yeah, man, it would be a loss for them. But good point. You know, something I try to point out. Go check out those videos from the other day. It sounds like you've got a lot of great questions that could be answered in those videos, but a lot of content I'm going to be putting out this weekend. So don't want to get too far ahead of myself and give away everything I'm going to be breaking down, because you all know those other people waiting for all those answers out there. But Jason Kelce might have more receiving touchdowns than Travis Kelce. Yo, love it. And you guys heard Fan Friday when we talked about those trick play questions. You know, I'd love to see Lane Johnson thrown into my Lotta. Drew had brought up Kelce running it in. So, Drew, I think someone saw your question and was running with it on the social medias this week. So I said social medias. I love it. I had to. So, bro, I'm all for the trick plays, whatever you got to do. The Philly super special, whatever you got to do, bro. Bring it out. And I completely 100% agree with you down here. Eagles are going to win this game handily. I couldn't agree more. 100% with you. Picture A. So, yes, go Birds. I'm a barbecue. The Chiefs better be glad they're in it. I don't eat people. Laugh. Well, make some damn good food. Enjoy yourself, my man. Go Birds. I agree. Let's go. With you 100% there. Picture A. Bad Babylon. That's dope. Yo, let's go. Love to hear that stuff. I truly do. Gonna kick or receive. I'd like to kick. I'd like to go out, stop their offense 3 and out, as I talked about the other day. Go out and then score. Never take the pedal off the metal, just like I talked about with the Niners. That's always how I like to go. And another, go Birds. I'm with you. Let's go Birds. Super Bowl champion. 2-time champion Birds. Can't wait. Definitely have to get the juju right. I'm still bad at cleaning the house, trimming the beard. Yo, bro, all of it. Love it. And yo, I gotta always talk to the family too. That's a big one. So I love it. You know, you got to do all that stuff. I always try to trim my beard, do stuff. I always jack it up. You guys know it's always a joke. But we had the recurring, Wolverine joke, but I've kept it all year, dude. We're doing it. Let's ride. I don't care. And we're going to go win the Super Bowl, bro. I know none of those things effing matter, but I love to hear it, man. And I love to do it. And I love to just, whatever we can do as fans, be part of it. And I'll tell you what, NFC Championship game, I was part of it, because I'm still feeling the effects of a week ago. So, and you guys know me, I'm an animal. So and obviously this disease doesn't help. So in my older age, it's getting me now. But bro, my voice, everything, bro, they had me good. I was going nuts. I'm really pissed. I saw those videos, my live videos from that NFC Championship game for the first time. I watched them earlier today, and I was kind of afraid it skipped out at one point because it said it wasn't live. You guys missed the one most epic Eagles chant. It's like right when the game's ending and I'm walking in, and bro, this guy like accidentally, we like bumping each other. We thought we were each grabbing someone else. We're just like, oh, we got this, and we like freak out, and then I just yell, and the whole damn place starts yelling, and it's just like this tiny little area with everyone screaming. It was pretty cool. And then I watch it, and it like skitzes out, and then it comes back, and I'm like, like right after. So I'm like, really? That's where it picks back up, like right at the end of it. I'm like, you suck. But dude, it was awesome. It was awesome. But bro, I have no idea what any of that says. So go Birds. That's what it says to me. But Barrett Brooks think he analyzed football better than him. Yeah, he's got his struggles, bro. And I appreciate that, John. And I'm not trying to cut you short. I was trying to keep this video to a half hour. I love the questions, and I'm going to be answering them all through this week. And I put in a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work on these videos, guys. And we're going to break it all down. I want to give you a little preview here just so you know, man. And this one, I had a lot of fun with this one. I think you guys are going to like it. But positional advantage, I used to do that last year. And I got rid of it this year. I just thought, too much going into it, talking about it. I do it in top matchups. But this time, I was pretty excited about it. And I'm pretty excited to do this one. Now, where the hell is it? Bro, I'm telling you, I created so many graphics. So many. But this one, it's going to be the positional advantages. And, whoa, that screen, it's like so bright. But it's going to be, man, it's going to be fun. I know it's going to get a lot of slander for what I have to say. But, bro, I'm going to break it all down why I think that this position, tight end has the advantage here because of their linebackers, their safeties, this, that, the other thing. And there's some tough ones, man. Like I made the base of a lot of shows, and I was like, holy hell. So thinking tonight might be one of those nights where I'm just up till like 4 a.m. going hard with this stuff, just putting in as much as I can. But look, Barrett, man, he's cool, dude. And my brother was just hanging out with him a couple weeks ago at that Eagles little thing there. My hair's really pissing me off. Sorry, it keeps itching me. But look, he's a cool dude. I'm not here to slander, but there was a lot of really terrible analysis this year from Seth Joyner, Bear Brooks, Derek Gunn, and I love those guys. I love them. But a lot of stuff, man, where just following, narratives that were just very misinformed. And you guys know I did my best. Got to go to that closed practice this year, tell you what was actually happening in practice when they made up that stuff about Hurts. I told you, none of that's happening. He looks phenomenal. Told you, Lane Johnson looks like the best right tackle in the game. Hassan Reddick, best free agent signing we've ever had. Told you all of these things when they were trying to lie. So let them keep doing their thing, man. But I really appreciate those kind words, John. And I hope you're going to enjoy this analysis throughout the week, man. And go check out that Behind Enemy Lines, the Dynasty season. I think you'll really like those shows, especially Dynasty season. It's just analyzing this entire team and the future of this team without giving too much away, man, because I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to win this Super Bowl. And then as soon as it's over, we're nosediving into this offseason, who we're re-signing, all that stuff. But this week, it's breakdown central, man. And I've already given away everything with my top matchups and everything if you hear me talking. But we're going to break it down with all the graphics, all the stats you need to know, man. 10 out of 11 our draft picks starting. Yo, let's go, Howie. You know I was standing up for that dude, and you know he's my hero, and I want to be working with him one day. Not my hero, but that's my dude. And I want to work with him. I want to do things Dave Spadaro-ish, but on a higher level with way more writing and videos and things. And I think the Eagles could just get people a little bit more pumped up, especially at a time like this, man. Bro. And just some more analysis for people that know what's going on rather than people that just want to talk about dumb shit all the time, So appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And let's go, baby. Traver, appreciate you, my dude. Hope you're doing well. We're going to the Super Bowl. Appreciate you, dude. And I hope you'll be tuning in throughout the week. It's going to be a great time. Yo, it's going to be, I think, some special things happen in this game when we talk about, conservatively kicking ass this, in these playoffs. You're going to see it all come out, man. And I can't wait. Hey, let's throw it in the universe, man. Let's get him that rushing touchdown, passing touchdown, receiving touchdown, whatever it needs to be. Let's get it out there. I'm all about it, Drew. You threw it out there like a month ago, a few weeks ago, and it made its way back. Nina had asked the question this past week, so let's go. Love it, love it, love it. But yes, that was just mentioned there. 10 out of the 11. Yeah, and look, I mention it all the time. People want to fire Howie. They want to fire Gannon. They want to trade Hurts. They want to get rid of Sirianni. I want them to start learning a little bit about football first. That's what I want. And look, now they all find out, like, man, maybe we should have just watched that video he made for us in the offseason about how the defense worked or how the cap worked or how anything worked so that we wouldn't have been so pessimistic about this team. And now sitting there, those clowns are going to the Super Bowl so they can talk about their shoes and what color hats they're wearing. And it's like, oh, great. Love the analysis. Love it. Could you imagine if I was there right now? I wouldn't even be letting people sleep. I wouldn't be sleeping. I'd be interviewing every single one of those people, and I'd be, I need it. But I hope you guys are ready, man. I got in as much other things as I could this past week and weekend here. This week's going to be nuts. I'm going to be providing you not only with a show every night, guaranteed, but you're going to have your updated injury reports, and that should be the first one Tuesday. You should get that initial injury report. And we'll break it down. Actually, it might be just because of the walkthroughs, everything. We'll see how it goes. Whatever day it is, I'll have them for you. Look out for those. You can hit subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and hopefully it'll send you when those videos come out. But I will keep you up to date with every single injury for both teams. As always, we're going to do it just like we do every week here. I will break it all down for you, give you my top matchups, why it's the top matchups, how the Eagles can win, all my score predictions, everything your heart could desire, and then some. And I told you guys, this next Fan Friday, I'm looking forward to the members of the group providing some questions. I want to do some special stuff, talking about whether it's, prior years playoffs, anything like that. I want to get the vibes right. And I think Saturday, we're going to do a little something special too. It's not just going to be the practice squad elevations, the updated depth chart, all that stuff you need to know for the game, but a little bit of celebration too. So stay tuned. This whole week's going to be insane. There's going to be multiple shows each day. How I feel about Jerry Jones' comments. I think he's an idiot, and I think he's lost, just like most of the people that don't understand how that stuff works. They don't understand the cap. The Eagles are the farthest thing. If you go back to my go to Twitter, type in at on the road to victory, and then just type in like the Rams or whatever. Look at my conversations about that, at how that's the stupid way to build, because you're setting yourself up for failure for the future. And that's where they are right now. And I'm talking about this stuff before this season started. And you don't trade for Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, like everybody wanted, Jimmy G. No, you build this team around Jalen Hurts. And look what we did. And dude, we have 2 first-round picks next year, and we've been killing it in the draft. We have $5 million rolling over in cap space right now. The cap's going up by $16 million. We're going to restructure. We're going to cut people. We're going to get more money. Bro, I will have you guys all covered with all of that stuff. Then I'm going to continuously laugh at Jerry Jones because he's so stupid, and his team has failed since I was a child. They haven't won anything since I was 10, bro. I'm an old man now. Like, that's pretty sad. So the fact that they brag about VHS tapes, embarrassing, bro. And I know he's really just upset that the Eagles, have a black quarterback going to the Super Bowl, and there's 2 black quarterbacks in that Super Bowl. So this dude's just down bad. He doesn't know anything about roster building. He's a complete jackass and entitled clown. So, hey, just watch how treacherous it's going to be for those people. They're going to be down so bad for the next few years. I'm telling you, when I said dynasty last year, I meant it, dude. You build around Jalen Hurts, and there will be a dynasty. You give him that big name wide receiver. You draft that nose tackle, sign a Sam linebacker, and we talk about exactly who, baby, and we got him. So, no, it's actually the correct way to build, and I mapped it out. So, Jerry, maybe I'll send you a blueprint on how to draft, bud, because no, I won't, because I love to see you fail. It's beautiful. So, haters hate, man. That's what they do. Last question. How can we stop Mahomes? You stop him by continuing to do exactly what you do. It's bend, don't break. And look, people are going to lose their minds when he's like 12 for 12. But what I'm going to look at is the fact that he's 12 for 12 for 36 yards. Every throw is for 2 yards. You know what I mean? Like these little dink and dunkers. The key to that is execution from the players and tackling. Something we struggled with at the beginning of the year, but something that they definitely worked on and got better at throughout the year. If you get, and again, a very good team here, and their pass rush, is good on defense, and their offensive line is good on offense. And we've talked about that. You win in the trenches. So it's not like, it's a bad team, but I think we got a damn good pass rush. So you got to go after them, man. And we control this game, make them on their heels trying to keep up with us. And I think that, you go after them, man, you hit them, and look, they're going to try their dinking and dunking. That's fine. You just don't let those home run plays happen. And I really don't think that they can put up more points than us. I feel that we can hold them around 20 points, maybe even under. And I think we could score upward of 40 points. I truly feel that way because this offense, I know they have a good defense, top 10-ish, top 12-ish, I would say. But then they're number 2 in sacks. So it is a good defense, a lot of young talent, but a lot of pieces where you can attack. So I think for me, with our offense being able to dictate what happens, that makes things different for Patrick Mahomes. And we already know it's one-dimensional. We know what they're going to try to do. Give it to Kelsey. We know that they've got elusive running backs. They've got good, speedy wide receivers. We know that. But we are built to stop teams like that. So as much as all those analysts wanted to say fire Gannon, no way, bro. This is why I wanted to hire Gannon. We have the guy. We have the kryptonite to Patrick Mahomes, and I swear to you, just like I said in the offseason, they will worship the ground that Gannon walks on, just like I said they would with Howie, Sirianni, and Hurts. And look where we are now as they all worship them. So have faith in me one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Well, maybe 2, because we need Gannon to pull through, and we need that Super Bowl trophy. So I'm going to try to get the sweep for you this year, ladies and gentlemen. I'll do my best this offseason to do the same, to talk about how we can continue to be that dynasty that I've talked about. And I try, man. F Jerry Jones. And I try not to get too many marks. I do love swearing sometimes, but don't want to get in trouble here. Don't want to get in trouble, especially right before the Super Bowl. But F them, dude. And look, they can hate. I'll keep, what do we say here, right? Let them keep hating. We'll keep educating. So, I have done it all year. Look at them. Look at them clowning themselves, looking like assholes, sitting on the couch. Brandon Ayuk, Julian Love, Jahan Dotson, clowns, little Orlando Scandrick Juniors. Shut up and enjoy sitting on the couch. Yo, I can't take it, bro. Like, think about this. I was 10, bro. Do you know the amount of things I've done in my life? Won't tell you. I would be honest with you. You couldn't hold a gun to my head to get it out of me. But I've had a crazy lifestyle. I didn't get cirrhosis of the liver selling Girl Scout cookies. Okay, I was a wild man, the party man, a party man. Wow, cabin fever. Anyways, dude, I'm an old man. That's my point here. I'm 36 years old, dog. We're talking about when I'm 10, watching WWF wrestling, playing with action figures. That's when you won. Come on, bro. I'm choke slamming Kane on some Play-Doh, bro, with Iceman sitting in the corner as the referee. Like, give me a break. That's when you won a Super Bowl last time, bro. Kane had his mask on and didn't talk and shit. Like, that's what we're talking about. A child, a kid. Shit, I'm lying because honestly, at 10, I'm not even sure Kane, that was happening yet. So that's embarrassing, bro. We're talking like Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior. That's what we're talking about. Shaking ropes here, okay? Give me a break. Holy shit. They're annoying. And I've said it before. Just wait until we catch up to them. And I know that sounds insane, but it's not going to as the years. Like, this team right here is the team that's doing it. So you're going to see the second one here next week. And then you're just going to see, like, oh, wait, after we win like 4 in the next 6 years, they're going to be like, oh, my God. Oh, dear God. Yeah. Yep. Had Zach Pascal in the podcast. That's awesome. But the interview was disappointing. Not to trash them. I like them, but I was thinking it would be. Well, appreciate your honesty. True. I love those guys. I did not know that. That's pretty cool for them. Happy that they were able to do that, man. And look, you guys know when I started bringing on the players and I started doing, the media guys on here with, some of them came ill prepared, and that was interesting. And I don't like to bring people on that don't know what they're talking about. So it was great doing that stuff, bringing on, Hertz and Lane's trainer and their chefs and all that stuff. But then it got crowded. Somebody told somebody to go ahead and just take what I was doing. And now they ask all the players. And then it makes it harder for me to get people like that on. Look, I'm not making excuses. I just stopped putting time into trying to do that. But I would love to get back into that. I told myself once I get a better computer, get things together, I will start doing more of those interviews again. But I know you guys love that stuff, man. And I do love interviewing people. I love getting the energy high. I know that you guys, you Eagles fans need it, man. And that's, I was watching that send-off party stuff today. It's like, bro, man, just imagine if we had someone there. Let's go. Dave Spadaro sounded like he was going to pass out after the first, 2 minutes of Dave, I love you, dog. But simmer down, man. I thought you were going to have a heart attack right there on stage. So, bro, I don't even care. I will happily die right there, even with my disease, getting my blood pressure. I don't care, man. Hire me, man. I will get people ready to run through wall. Hell, I'll bring a wall with me everywhere I go. I'll run through that effing wall before I even start my speech, whatever I got to say. I don't care, man. Let's go. Let's effing go. And that's all I'm trying to do, bro, is bring this Eagles fan base, that passion they desire. And there's too much of the media. There's too much people out there slandering that don't know what they're talking about. So I'm here to not only bring that energy, but that knowledge. And that's a combination they usually cannot handle. And I'm okay with that because I'm here to change the game. I cannot stand it. 90% of the stuff out there is just hot takes and misinformation. And I destroyed it all this season. So it was a pleasure. And I appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in, backed me up, tagged me and stuff. It was truly beautiful taking all those people to the woodshed, all the people with the blue check marks, and I'm an expert. Oh, are you? I guess that makes me the greatest expert of all because I nested ya. So how's that make them feel? Just this Super Bowl win's going to make them feel horrible, and we are all going to let them remember that, right? Because wow, their slander was loud. So let that when you're jumping on your DRing around here, just make sure it's as loud as the disrespect, okay? VCRs was out. Exactly. And then, I said it, you're going to have to break out your VHSs, man. So it's pretty sad that they're still bragging about that. I wish I had that much money. I almost, and I called him out today. I said some stuff to him. We laughed about it. But thing is, I wish I had that kind of money because I would happily bet him, bro. I wish I had that kind of money. I would easily bet him because the Eagles are going to smoke the Chiefs, just like I put my money on the Eagles beating the Niners by 20 because we would have beat them by 35 if Brock Purdy was healthy. And that's just a fact. So, hey, you play for a trash team, you kind of have, you can kind of see why. trash players. You know, they have that loser's attitude, loser's mentality. That's why they lost, bro. Super Bowl MVPs, A.J. Brown, all about it, my man. Love it. Let's go. We talked about that. He's going to body bag those dudes. Same with Devontae. Dallas Goedert. It's going to be some great matchups we're talking about all weekend. But, yo, I'm with you. And I talked about, I think A.J. is going to have himself a day. That's, if you guys want to know my parlays, you know, bet with your own, dude, it's on your discretion there. But I made one already, and I played it safe with the score. It was Eagles by 10. A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, Travis Kelce touchdown. And, hey, if they're going to score, I think Travis Kelce could be that guy. And I think that A.J. and Jalen can be the guys for the Eagles. So all about it. Let's effing go. And I knew what you were saying, my man. But let's go, Todd. Appreciate you, man. But I was just about to roll out here, brother. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're ready for this week. I've got loads of content. Hope you guys have that notification bell on. If not, if you guys use Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, I always try to post all that stuff there so you guys know when a show's coming out, whatever's going on. But this week, man, let's celebrate together. And even if you guys can't make it on those times, I always love hearing from you in the comments. But until next time, this is all I've got for you. It was truly a great time this Sunday night. I know it sucks without Eagles football, but just think at this time, next Sunday, the Philadelphia Eagles will be the Super Bowl champions. That's pretty wild, man. And I can't wait to see you. But let's get it this week, man. I hope to see you all here. We're going to be partying, celebrating all week, getting ready for this game, the top matchups, advantages, all that stuff you guys want to know. I'll bring all the stats with you, all of the things you guys always want to know. I'll have it all with me. Do not fear. Look, I've had those graphics from the other day. If you guys want to go check out any of that stuff, please. John, I think you'll really enjoy that Dynasty Season 1. And then also the Behind Enemy Lines. It's loaded with information, in my opinion, on a lot of those things. So, look, I'll be breaking it down throughout the week. So I hope to hear from you, everybody, Philly Lull, Drew, Todd, Tim, everybody in here, Scoob-Doo. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tyree, love the stories. You guys got any more cool stories? Throw them out there. Love to hear about them. Let's effing go. But I will be back tomorrow. And then just think about it. Next Monday will be the final victory Monday of the year. That's going to be one of the best ever. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get through this week. Let's try to stay sane, but let's let every hater know. Put your windows down in the 10-degree weather, screaming at everybody. That's what I'm doing. But hope you're all enjoying this. This past week's been awesome. I cannot wait this next week and then, of course, Sunday. But until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a great rest of your Sunday night. Hope you had a great weekend. But I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to the Super Bowl. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Stay safe. And as always, go Birds! Going to the Super Bowl.